Woo wee! Oh man, oh man. Yes sir, yes sir. Welcome back. Had to bring that one in with some different funky type of flavor. Shout out to Ajaxxx Powerman Beats for providing that instrumental right there. Yo, what up? What up? What up? Peace, everybody out there in internet world. What it do? What's happening? How's it going? What's popping? What's really good? Yo, you know who it is. It's your boy, it's your guy, it's the coach, it's the host of the Coach's Corner on Konnected TV. Coach Terry 803. Make sure you follow me. I'll make sure I follow you. That's just how we do. All right. Yo, also real quick before we even get started, do me a favor. Do me a fave, please. Go ahead and hit that little button right down there underneath the title and all that stuff. It's called subscribe. All right. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. I subscribe back to you. Once again, that's how we do. One hand wash the other. You shine, I shine, we all shine. All right? While you doing that, hit that little bell. All right? Looks like a bell, little icon. Hit that joint. It's notifications. So that way, whenever I drop a new pod, a short, anything like that, you'll get that notification. You can say, oh, boom, let me see what the coach is talking about right now. All right? Check out the fresh content as soon as it drops. Be one of the first ones to know. And also, while you're doing that, go ahead and thumbs that joint up if you like it. Even if you don't like it, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you don't like about it. Also, you know I got that email for you. I love feedback. I love criticism. I love praise too. But criticism is also important because it helps you get better. All right, as a coach, I have to be willing to accept it because I know I definitely give it. All right, so KKONKTV@gmail.com. KKONKTV, Coach's Corner on Konnected TV @gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me know. You can also drop me some beats. That beat that I had coming in, I told you, it's by Ajaxxx Powerman Beats. If you want to be featured on an episode of the Coach's Corner, all you have to do is drop me that beat in the email. I will play it, drop it on the episode, tag you in it, you know, between all of my accounts, social media accounts. I have around 12,000 followers. It may not be a whole lot, but it's something. It's better than zero, right? Listen, it's still growing every single day. The numbers is growing, but if we can go ahead and help you reach some more customers, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. One hand washing the other. Like I said, I shine, you shine, we all shine. It's how sun shines. It's how we do. All right, yo, this is the coach, man. We back up in his joint. Can't believe it. We done hit double digits, y'all. Yes, sir. This is episode number 10. 2 fingers. I mean, 2 hands. Obviously more than 2 fingers. Unless you want to do this, then it's 2 fingers kind of, but this is like 5 fingers and it's, I don't know. Anyway, I fumbled that, but I'm trying to clean it up though. You know what I'm saying? No editing. This is how we get down in the corner. You know what I'm saying? It's fresh, it's raw, it's unscripted. I do want to give a shout out to everybody though for watching this content, for promoting this content, for sharing it. Whenever I create a reel on IG, if you can go ahead and just share that to your story, that'll be dope if you could do that when I drop it on X, aka Twitter, the bird. You know what I'm saying? If you go ahead and repost that, I appreciate it. If you hit me up on Facebook and share that, the reels that I create. Once again, salute to you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. You can find us obviously on YouTube if you're watching it here. A lot of people watch it on YouTube. Some people find it different ways, but you can also find us on your Fire Stick and your Roku TV at Konnected TV app. All you have to do is go to your Fire Stick, Roku, pull it up, search for apps. I keep pointing up there because that's what my TV is in here. And search for the Konnected TV, KONNECTED TV. Konnected TV app installed on your Fire Stick, your Roku TV, and you can watch the Coach's Corner along with a lot of other dope content that we have pumping through the Konnected branded network. This episode, I wish I could drop them every week, y'all, but y'all know Coach got like a million jobs, so I can't, there's no way I could do this every week unless I gave up everything else, and I ain't reached that point in my life where I'm able to do that yet. I still love what I do. I love being a teacher, you know what I'm saying? I love being a coach, I love being a mentor, family man, like all of those roles suit me well, and podcaster and announcer, don't forget that too, because now that we're back in football season, you know, I have my announcing jobs. I have a high school team that I'll be doing this year, along with Allen University, the college team that I've been announcing for the past 4 seasons. So Coach will be busy on Friday nights, announcing, and Saturdays as well. But once again, that's the life of a hustler, man. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. Shout out to Jay-Z. for creating that bar, and then Cassidy for flipping it, making it to a song. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Like Jay-Z said when he did Dead Presidents to Nas, you know. I'm out for the presidents to represent me. It was part of Nas's verse. And then Jay flipped it. Boom, made it to a hot song, Dead Presidents. Anyway, a little hip-hop history for you as we get started, get underway. I ain't going to hold you too long. I'm rocking a hat by a young entrepreneur, fashion designer, built different. Shout out to you, nephew. He ain't really nephew as a kid that I coached. And very talented young man doing his thing. I'll make sure I tag his brand right here. Please go support that dope trucker hat. You know what I'm saying? Got the soft front, the ventilation in the back. Obviously, it's, you know what I'm saying, adjustable size. Real dope, real comfortable hat. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I love rocking hats. Try to rock a different one every episode. So shout out to you. Once again, hit me up on my email, kkonnktv@gmail.com if you have product. I'll purchase your product, I'll purchase it, you know what I'm saying, and then I rock it and support it. Hopefully I can get you some more customers through my platform, and we all can grow and rise together. And the shirt I'm rocking wasn't from like a local shop, but it's Colin. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Like, I don't know if y'all can really tell the detail of it, but it's the number 7. Obviously was the number 7 in the red for the 49ers that he played for, but it's like a fist, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Colin Kaepernick supporting that whole movement. Shout out to the veterans, because there was never any disrespect intended to y'all. Unfortunately, we let media twist stories and narratives and paint their own pictures and stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Just wanted to give a shout out, let y'all know what I'm rocking this episode. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Ajaxxx, take us into the break. Y'all sit right back. All right. A lot of good stuff for you this episode, as usual. I don't know why I'm saying it like it's anything different. This is what we do. This is the corner. This is why you tune in. Don't go nowhere. Sit right back, because I ain't going nowhere. I'll be back in a sec. Let me grab a sip of water, though. Getting parched. I love how it hit this pocket coming up right here, though. Watch. Like, just when you think you got it figured out, then it hits with this. So it sounds like it's off a little bit, but it still hits the pocket. That's dope. Again, shout out to Ajaxxx Powerman Beats on that instrumental. Go ahead and give him a follow. He does a lot of dope things too, like on his IG, he'll go live and make beats. So you can see how he chop up, pick a sample, chop it up, and then get live feedback right there. So give him a follow, hit him up. Yo, so this segment, I actually listen when I write down my ideas, because a lot of ideas I put on IG, on my IG page. Make sure you follow me at Coach Terry 803. A lot of times I put the question box up on my page, and I'll say, hey, what do you want me to talk about? What's interesting? What would you like me to speak about during the next episode? And I get a lot of feedback that way for ideas, for topics. A lot of stuff I don't think about. Like, okay, this is what y'all want to hear about. Cool, let's do it. I'm a pretty well-rounded individual, so I can speak on a lot of different things. That, of course, it has to interest me too. Like, I'm not just going to do something I don't care about. But this is something that I didn't intend to talk about, and it kind of just happened. And I don't know, like it feels really weird, to be honest, to talk about myself, because I don't like to do that. In fact, I'm still to the point where it's like it's weird to like accept praise. I don't know why. I guess you could say I'm humble. Maybe you could say I'm fake humble. But no, for real, like it's weird. Like when people give me a lot of praise for stuff, because I don't know. Like I guess you could say that's not my intention. That's not what I look for. It's not why I do it. But I received some flowers recently, and so being that it's my podcast, I want to take some time to give myself some flowers and just share, in case you haven't. In case you don't follow me on IG or Facebook or Twitter, it's been kind of all around. But this past few weeks ago, they had a coaches convocation. Well, let me go back. Let me go back to May. in May, I was named the Coach of the Year at my school, where I coach and I teach at St. Andrews Middle School here in Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, shout out to me. I got the plaque right here on my wall, Coach of the Year, St. Andrews Middle School Athletics Department, 23-24 for last year. I was the head track coach, assistant basketball coach, and I helped out a little bit with the football team as well, like mostly like game day stuff. Because I was still coaching at a high school last season, which is also in the same school district. So I was, kind of serving on 2 football teams in the district last year. Like I said, as well as the head track coach at my middle school and assistant basketball coach. So I basically coached all year round, serving at the school. So anyway, so I won Coach of the Year out of all the coaches at my school. So that was an honor in itself. But what that does is that puts you in the running for the Coach of the Year for the entire school district. There's a middle school Coach of the Year and then a high school Coach of the Year for the school district, which is Richland School District 1. And a few weeks ago, they had the coaches convocation, where all the coaches in the district, high school, middle school, boys, girls, sports, all the coaches come in and you have to receive like certain type of information and sign off on things. And, it's like just a huge district-wide coaches meeting. And that's where they do the presentation of the awards. As you can tell by the title and how I'm leading up to this, well, I wasn't there because that same day we had a district mandated training for all core subject teachers. That means if you teach math, ELA, science, or social studies, you had to be at these district trainings all day long. I teach social studies as well, so I had to be there. So I didn't go to the coaches meeting. But the head basketball coach and also my defensive coordinator on my football staff, because this year, obviously I'm the head coach at the middle school. I'm the head coach this year at St. Andrews Middle. But my DC, who's also the head coach of the basketball team, I was his assistant last year. He texted me, he said, "Yo, bro, you won." I said, "Won what?" He's like, "You won the award for Coach of the Year." I said, "Man, I'm not going to tell you what I texted him back." But I thought he was joking, right? You know what I'm saying? Basically, STFU, if you know what that means. He was like, "Nah, bro, I'm serious, man." And so, long story short, my AD ended up texting me back and said, "Yo, where you at?" I told him where I was at the district training, so he brought me this, y'all. So yeah, your boy won the award for middle school Coach of the Year for last season. Can you believe that? The middle school Coach of the Year, y'all, for the entire school district. Like, it was cool enough to win it just from my school because there's a lot of good coaches that dedicate their time and efforts to the kids at our school, but to actually win it for the entire school district was like, it was kind of unbelievable. I mean, look, I know I put in a lot of work, and I think I'm a damn good coach. I think that I foster relationships with players. I do a lot for these kids. But really, I just look at it as paying it forward because my coaches did a lot for me growing up. No matter what I was playing, basketball, football, baseball, track, all my coaches, looked out for me because I didn't have a lot growing up. My mom worked hard, but unfortunately, she just didn't have the means for me to do a lot of the extra stuff that I wanted to do, and that included transportation. So without coaches taking me a lot of places and neighbors and family members, I wouldn't have been able to be involved in as much as I was. And so that's one of the reasons that I try to get back, to my kids. But y'all, like, I can't tell you how much this means to me. Like, no, I'm not crying. It's allergy season, and my eyes are itching. I tried to drop some Visine in before because my eyes were super dry. I've been rubbing them all day. I went to the gym this morning before I started shooting. But, yeah, y'all, like, this is so prestigious. Like, I don't want to go on and on and on about it, but I feel like I kind of need to. Only for the simple fact that, like I say, this is for the entire school district. And there was a lot of great coaches that were on that list, man. And honestly, like I said, I knew what the process was. I knew by winning it for the school, I would have a chance to win it, y'all. But I tell this to anybody who's close to me, they know I didn't think I was going to win this thing. Like, I really didn't. So that's why I wasn't even pressed to go to the thing. I'm like, well, I got district training. I ain't going to worry about it. Whatever. My AD will let me know what information I missed, and I can sign off on it later on at school. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't think I had a chance to win it. A lot of the other coaches that were on the list with me, friends, One of them is a family member, my cousin Khalil English, cousin by marriage, but she's a coach at Alcorn, very hell of a coach. So I saw Khalil, and then a friend of mine coached together at Ridgeview. We won a state championship together at Ridgeview. Derek Crawford, Coach Crawford, he's the head coach at Sanders Boys basketball, and they went undefeated, won the championship. The other coaches were championship coaches and coach multiple sports like I do. So again, not saying that I'm inferior. So I don't want y'all to look at it as, well, Coach, why don't you think you're as good as them? Because that's what one of my players told me, man. Shout out to you, Maine. I'm gonna throw Maine up here. Go follow my dude, man. He's a hard-working cat. Was on the basketball team last year, ran track for me, and now he's on the football team too. So he's a good kid, man. But like Maine, he was one of the kids that really inspired me and hit me up, when I got this award, and told me how proud he was of me. If coming from one of my kids is like, and a lot of them have done that. I'm not just saying he's not the only one. A lot of y'all, so when y'all see this podcast, Coach, I hit you up too. I know a lot of y'all did, and I love y'all for that. Y'all already know how we do. I responded back to every single text message, DM, comment that I got. Right? I love all y'all for y'all support and the pride that you show in me, because hopefully I put something into you, or poured into you in a certain kind of way. But he was like, because I told him the same thing. I said, man, a lot of them coaches won championships. Now, my 6th grade boys team did finish second in the district championship, so we got a trophy for that. So what they do in middle school track in my district, there's actually like 4 teams. I have a 6th grade boys team and a 6th grade girls team, because 6th grade runs separately, and then 7th and 8th grade run together. So I have a 7th and 8th grade boys team, 7th and 8th grade girls team. So you could technically win 4 championships when it comes to district championship meets. 6th grade boys came in, we came in second. I think the girls ended up finishing 4th, just outside that. Same with the 7th and 8th grade boys. So anyway, so we got a piece of a championship in track. Basketball, not so much. But anyway, like I said, I'm not belittling myself. I don't have that kind of complex. I just don't think that I have an ego. Like, now all coaches have egos. I mean, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't think we was good, right? Let's be honest, coaches. All of us think that we're good at what we do. So to that degree, there is some ego involved. But I'm not one who does this for accolades, for blow-ups, or mentioning. Like, I just do it because, number one, I love sports. Like, I've always loved sports since I was young. Shout out to my pops for that. And number one, I love sports, and once my playing days are over, it's like, shoot, I can still be involved with it by coaching. Number two, I love teaching kids the games, whether it's basketball, football, track. I love teaching sports to kids. So those are the 2 reasons why, I did it. I started coaching Pop Warner, y'all. Go back to episode 3. Where I talked about why I got into coaching, and I interviewed some other coaches from around the area, how they got into it and things like that. It's a really, really good episode, good interviews with some quality coaches in the area. But, you hear my journey. Like I said, y'all, I got into it by accident, man. Like, I really just fell into it coaching Pop Warner 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then move up to middle school and high school, for the last 7-8 seasons, and now back to middle school. Man, it's been a great ride, man. And without a supportive family, missing a lot of nights from home, traveling, giving kids rides, feeding kids and stuff like that. Without a supportive family at home, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Without the man above, giving me the strength and waking me up every day, and putting this in my heart, I wouldn't be able to do this. Without my parents instilling good values in me, without like I said, my coaches and neighbors and family members that looked out for me when I was playing sports, showing me the way, I wouldn't be able to do this. Without the league presidents, team presidents that gave me a chance, that gave me an opportunity when I first started till now, the head coaches that hired me on their staff, the ADs that hired me, the principals who got behind me. Like, it's a lot of people, man, that helped me along this journey. And winning this award was kind of like a culmination of all the past 15 years of hard work. Because sometimes you don't know if your work is being appreciated. Yes, the kids say, I love you, coach, and thank you. And, that way you get it. that way. And that way is special, and that means the most. Because you don't often get it from your peers, because in coaching it's a lot of egos, it's a lot of jealousy, it's a lot of backbiting in the coaching profession. So that's one reason why I don't really particularly have a lot of friends, like, because I know all these things and I can kind of see it coming. I can see people for who they are. So if I see that, I back off and I keep it on the surface, and I kind of, because sometimes you got to be phony. Like I tell my kids all the time, sometimes you got to play a role. So I'll play that role with you, be Mr. Cool, friendly, ha ha ha, yuck it up. But deep down inside, like, all you're going to ever get is surface me. Like, you'll never get to know who I am or what I'm about. Like, you just always just going to get this laughy, jokey, ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's not about that. This is a good segment. I'm holding this up because, y'all, like, this is great. Like, my name is going in the history books in Richland County in the state of South Carolina. Like, when they list, there is a listing of all the Coaches of the Year award winners at both levels every single year. Like, you'll see my name there for history. Like, that's big, man. And I'm really humbled, man. I really am. I'm trying to find the right place to put this too. I was thinking I was going to put it here under my state championship with review stuff, or I was going to put it here up under the podcast sign so you can see it, but then I'll have to move my other plaque and stuff. I don't know. I got to find a place, but this joint is pretty sizable. It's got some weight on it. Man, so I'm humbled. I'm honored. I'm blessed. I am damn near speechless, which is crazy for a teacher, a coach, and a podcaster. But once again, shout out to my AD, my principal, all the coaches I work with, all my students, all my players, my family, my friends, my loved ones, and the Most High for making all this happen. 2023 Middle School Coach of the Year. That's crazy. Shout out to me. All right, let's go. That's it. Enough glazing. That's wild, though. All right, we ain't even going to hold that too long. We're going to go ahead and get right into this segment real quick and let y'all enjoy some behind the scenes. So recently, it was sometime in July. I don't know. It was late July. Not really sure the exact date. Time goes so fast. There'd be so much going on. But my cousin / big sister, we grew up together, and she moved she's a few years older than me, and she moved to New York City, from Buffalo, where we grew up, and did her thing and rose through the ranks of the media, and now has a very own successful media public relations company. I'm not even going to call it a company. I'm going to call it a conglomerate. Like, she's really doing her thing, man. Shout out to you, sis. Throw her tag up here. More media hits. All right, you can go ahead and give her a follow. She's verified on every site. But she is PR for a lot of entertainers and athletes. And one of her big clients she spends a lot of time with right now is Kevin Gates. I'm pretty sure you already know Kevin Gates, King Kevin Gates. And so he was on tour, still is, but the tours came to Charlotte, North Carolina recently, like I said, sometime in July. And which is only, Charlotte is barely an hour from where I live here in Columbia. That's why I went to school at JCSU, obviously, go Golden Bulls, and lived for a long time before I moved to Columbia, probably about 12, 13 years ago. So still, Charlotte is it's like a second home after Buffalo, obviously. Anyway, so the tour was coming to Charlotte, so I hit her up. I was like, hey, sis, I see y'all, y'all coming to Charlotte. You think we can get up in there? She was like, yeah, no problem. We'll hit you up. Okay, cool. So we roll up to the joint, and it was dope, man. Had a good time backstage with Kevin. So at the tour stop was Kevin Gates, obviously was the headliner, with NLE Choppa, Sexy Red, and Jeezy. So it was, pretty dope lineup. So I'm gonna show you. I ain't gonna hold you too long with the talking. I'm gonna show you some of the footage. You know, obviously, I can't show you, but some stuff. Like I can show you the stuff where we were down in the pit, like front row, because like front row was here. Then there's a gate. Then there was the pit where like the media people and the VIP people with backstage passes, like we were standing directly in front of the stage. So I can show you that stuff, but a lot of the backstage stuff I can't show you that for obvious reasons. But yeah, it was a dope time, man. Got a chance to sit and listen to these cats, man. And very intelligent, man. NLE Choppa, very intelligent young cat. Make me want to listen to his music, you know what I'm saying, just that much more, because I really, frankly, didn't know too much about him. I heard some of his songs. A lot of my kids, my students, athletes, they're familiar with his music. I've heard it, know of him, but again, sitting down and getting the chance to, chop it up, like, okay, he got it up here. He got something to say. And of course, Kevin Gates, a lot of times people only focus on like the outrageous or outlandish stuff that they may hear about somebody, which was like years and super years old, and don't think that people can grow. Like there's a such thing as growth. As you get older, you experience more. When they say your experience becomes your expertise, and so that changes you. Your experience changes you. Like we're not allowed to change and evolve. Like we're supposed to just be caterpillars our whole life. We can't be butterflies at some point in time. Like stop it. So Kevin Gates is super, super smart. Like that man, like everything that came out of his mouth, when he was speaking was just like, wow, like this dude is deep. I wish I could share that with y'all, but the interviews will be posted up. Y'all can go check it out. Shout out to you again, sis, for letting us come through and hang out, be a fly on the wall. And shout out to Kevin Gates and NLE Choppa, because the brothers really had a lot to say and share some good information. But anyway, here goes some of the footage from behind the scenes, from down front row in front of the stage. It was kind of messed up because it was a storm and it was an outdoor venue. So with lightning in the area, they had to like pause it for mad long. And then eventually they had to cancel it or postpone it. They basically just canceled it. And Sexy Red never showed up anyway. So Jeezy got a chance to perform. Choppa got a chance to perform. And then right before Sexy Red was about to come on, that's when they had the lightning and all that. Had to postpone. First we was on the delay for like an hour. Then finally they, tried to come out. It was like, hey, we ain't gonna do it. Kevin tried to perform a song. He was like, no. And so he ended up giving some roses out to the crowd. The ladies, I thought was pretty dope move by him. And, you'll see all of that in a minute. But I was just giving y'all kind of the rundown of what happened. All right, check it out. This was the Jam Fest in Charlotte, North Carolina, sometime in July this year. All right, peep it.
We won't even walk to our seats, get driven. Feel that? It's a good treatment. Y'all walk to our seats, we get driven.
How you feeling today, bro? Turn on some more. How you feeling? Yeah. They want me to say that I can't perform tonight, but I'm like, I just do one song, and I just do one song.
Right here. That's dope. Giving out roses.
Bam, bam, bam. Ooh, wee. Funky, funky, funky stuff. Yo, man, what it do? This segment here is another personalized segment that we're going to get into. You saw back in episode, oh my gosh, I should have had this memorized before I started recording. But back in episode, maybe, if this is 10, probably 7. Maybe episode 7. Gosh, you should know this, Coach. I'm slipping. Sorry, y'all. Got a lot on the brain. Listen, being a head coach is a huge responsibility, even at a middle school level, y'all. There's so much that goes on, and my brain is just flooded right now. We got our first jamboree coming up. Playing 3 scrimmages in one day, and then we got our season kickoff 12 days after that. So there's got a lot going on up here. Anyway, there was an episode where I took you behind the scenes of an AAU tryouts. It was probably 7 or 8. Wasn't that long ago. Posted it in February. Anyway, I'll link it. But I took you behind the scenes of the tryouts I have for my AAU program, the Metro Commandos, and talked to the coaches, share some interviews again with those guys, hear their perspective, why they got into it, and some different viewpoints on the whole AAU system as a whole. So go ahead and check that out. Really, really dope episode. Some good content. I had all my coaches speak, and again, you got to go behind the scenes of our tryouts and selection process, workouts, things like that. So I'll link that here so you can see it. But we ended our season in June, and with a tournament. I think we went to Charleston was our last one we had in June. And so a lot of programs, they play later into the summer. A lot of them were just kind of ending right as school was starting in August. And you have some programs that play year-round. They maybe play select tournaments in the fall year-round. The reason why my program doesn't do that, number one, like I said, we're like a grassroots program. We primarily play in the spring and early summer. I have a lot of kids that play football, and I'm also a football coach. And so that cuts into the time, because once May starts, then we start conditioning for football, for high school football here in South Carolina, and then summer workouts start in June. So it's tough to have practices and then tournaments and things like that when guys are playing football. And we do have quite a bit of football players in the program. I encourage dual sport athletes. I know a lot of coaches don't like that and actually discourage that. I'm not like that. I'm one of them coaches that encourage multi-sport athletes. I mean, back in the day, that's what made you better at everything, just playing multiple sports. And sometimes, now I get it, not everybody's capable of doing that, but I think a lot of times kids get discouraged early on. Like if they do play a couple sports, you know, there's usually some coach that's like, well, you need to pick one. You can't continue to do both. Why not? All your best athletes, pros, did that. Even in high school, played 2 sports, usually a football and a basketball. A lot of quarterbacks in NFL, they played baseball and football in high school. A lot of the basketball players played, basketball and football in high school. So stop letting people discourage you from doing two things. Like, there is such thing as doing multiple things. Like, we did it for years and years and years, and people were fine. And they always say, well, if you're doing during football season, you're not working on your basketball skills and you're getting worse because there's another kid out there working strictly at basketball and getting better. And I say, no, that's not correct at all. Because what he's doing while he's playing football is he's working on his body strength. He's working on not only physical strength, he's working on mental strength. He's working on a different type of agility that will serve him well in his other sport. There's no such thing as being too athletic. Like, that's why I just laugh at that notion that you have to specialize in one thing, because then your body's only used to moving a certain way. If you play multiple sports, you get multiple different type of body movements and actions that can only serve you when you do have to focus. Because there will be a time where you concentrate on one thing, but why does it have to be high school? Like, it doesn't have to be that. Anyway, my rant is over on that. But this is the end of our season. We have a cookout every year, some kind of party, some type of celebration where we give out trophies to the guys, and then we give out our special awards. We do an MVP, we do a Defensive Player of the Year, and we do a Coach's Award, which I call Mr. Commando, just a guy who kind of symbolizes everything that I want from our players in the program. So we award those special awards and usually give out, some to our coaches as well. Thank you. And just have a good time. This year we went back to the cookout format. The last couple of years I was renting a gym where we did kind of like an all-star weekend thing. Like, we would have a skills competition. We have a dunk contest. We have a three-point contest. And then we would play like a scrimmage game. And then we would do the trophies at the end. Did that for the past couple of years, but we always used to just have cookouts, rent a park somewhere and have cookouts. We got away from that format. They said they wanted to go back to it this year. So, hey, I listen. I'm a president, club director, but I listen to what my kids and parents want. So here's some footage from the cookout. Shout out to Building Strong Mindsets, who was one of our sponsors. Came all the way from Charlotte to deliver a message for the boys, hang out with him, and bless them with a free pair of socks. So shout out to him. I'm a tagger right here. Terrell McCray and Building Strong Mindsets, the mentoring program out of Charlotte area, doing tremendous things in the community, man. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for always coming through. Whenever I call him, whenever we have anything, he will always come through and talk to him, mentor the boys, and help out any way he can. So big shout out to you, my brother. Love what you're doing, man. Please keep it up. They need more men in this world like you and the mentors you have in your group, doing great things in the community with school supply giveaways, with mentoring opportunities, with haircuts and all type of activities for the youth, keeping them busy and off the streets. So again, Building Strong Mindsets. Go ahead and give them a follow. If you're in the Charlotte area and you have children, go ahead and check them out and get them into the mentoring activities that they have there. All right, so that's enough for me. Go ahead and check out some of the scenes from the cookout and hear from Terrell in Building Strong Mindsets as he talked to the boys and gave them some life lessons. All right.
Thank you for coming to our annual end of the season cookout. Before we begin our award presentation, hope you all enjoyed the food. Please make sure you take plates before you go home. We have one of our sponsors, Mr. Terrell. I don't know if you want to say your last name, full government. We'll just say Mr. Terrell. Mr. Terrell, the founder of Building Strong Mindsets mentoring program in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. He's one of our sponsors. He's been behind the program for probably about 3 years now, maybe 4 years. He comes down a lot of times and speaks to the boys throughout different times of the year. He wasn't able to come last season, I think, maybe preseason. He came down before the year started. But we're thankful to have him here with us today. So if you give him your attention, he's going to just talk to you about a few important things.
Thank y'all for coming again, like Coach T said. Me and Coach T go back a long time before I was even mentoring, speaking, or doing anything like that. I think I had some things that I want to talk about, but anybody that ever meet me, especially young boys and things of that sort, I want y'all to know that y'all always gonna have access to me after this. Like, this not gonna be the last time I'm seeing you. So I want to explain a little bit who I am and why I'm here and how I got here to even speak in front of young boys when my situation wouldn't allow me to get to this. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Moved down here when I was to Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, when I was probably like 14. Due to drug and alcohol abuse of my parents. They both are no longer here, so rest in peace to them. But they did leave me with 2 jewels. Discipline and structure. That's what got me here today, talking to y'all. Out of jail, I done seen people get shot. I done been shot. Just a plethora of things that could have kept me from doing what I'm doing now. And we just want to make sure that, I want to make sure that y'all know who I am before y'all start listening to a complete stranger. Just know my story and how I got here and what I'm here for. Just the trepidations that you go through in those different realms, right? You're learning a lot right now. You don't know what to believe. You don't know which way to bend. That's why you got people like me, myself, Coach D, Pop right here, and different people that going to give you the navigation. Me, for my program, I don't look for kids to change. You're gonna make your decision. You're gonna be a knucklehead or you're not. For me, that's just what it is. But what I want to do is promote the information that y'all need to stay from being a knucklehead or going down the wrong path. Because anybody in the state penitentiary, anybody in the county jail, uptown, anybody that's in the homeless realm, right? They're gonna say, well, nobody told me. Nobody told me what to do. But y'all not gonna have that excuse. Because somebody gonna tell y'all and walk alongside with y'all and give y'all the information you need. In this time of day, there's no excuses. There's no excuses for why you shouldn't be all that you can be. So when we talked about learning, right now we talking about growing. Now we talking about expectations that your parents might have for you now. They shouldn't have to ask you to set your alarm, right? They shouldn't have to ask you to take the trash out. They shouldn't have to ask you, oh, this paper is due this time. Those are things, that's growth. So then you earn trust in your parents. And then you gain favor from God, right? When you're doing those things. But if you're not, you just staying stagnant, you're not growing. So you learn, but you're not growing. So you want to make sure that you're growing, meaning that the expectations for you or you is that I'm going to do whatever I need to do daily to take one step to get better every day. Whether that's getting up on time, whether that's helping out around the crib, whether that's getting a job and paying their bill, whatever it is, that's growing, right? And then we talk about the last fact, right? That's becoming, right? So when you become, this is who you are. This is what I'm not going to tolerate. This is not what I'm going to get into. I'm not going to hang with this type of person. I'm not going to talk to this type of girl. I'm not going to learn from this type of person. I'm not going to have a tolerance for nonsense, because I became a person that's goal-driven, respectful. I work hard, and I want something, right? So when you become that individual, and then the expectations comes right with that. Now, guess what all that creates? Oh, I ain't even gonna talk to him. I know what he is. He focused. I'm gonna get away. You don't even gotta say nothing. You don't even gotta say nothing. So I just want y'all to learn, grow, and become. As young black men in this country, in this state, in this city, how you go about your life, how you go about your day, it's expectations for y'all. It's not just, the stakes is high. I've been saying that for the last 3 months. To all my kids that I work with, all my kids that I mentor, the stakes is high. Embrace that. Embrace that. Because the stakes is high for you, your family, and our people, and our community. And it's up to y'all. Yes, I'm putting it on y'all. And me, Wayne, T, I'm putting it on all of us right here, right now, in this circle. It's on us. And that's cool. Because we're going to lean on each other as we go through the journey and be better. So never let your emotions supersede the intelligence. I did, and I'm right here. So that's all I got to say today. Congratulations to y'all. Thanks for coming out. Don't tell them putting on their shelf. Some kids don't even got a shelf to put the shit on. So be grateful for every little thing. Little things stack up the big things. How to handle the little wars, how you gonna handle the big ones. If you don't know how to spend the little check, how you gonna spend the big one? It's all conducive and all one. And I'm not a talk your head off person. When T called me and told me, I don't even speak no more. because I want to do workshops. I want to give y'all something to do. Give y'all some information. I stopped speaking last year or 2 years ago because I don't want to talk y'all heads off. I want to be the example, right? And then I want y'all to be the example. And how I do that is come to your school, pop up on your school. How I do that, communicate with your parents. How I do that, text you, yo, you good? That's how we doing that. We ain't sitting, I ain't getting nothing from this. I drove an hour and a half away. I don't care how many people showed up. I don't care if it was just 2 people. Making an impact. This is what I was going for. This is my purpose. I don't care. I'm out. Dang, T, you call me all the way out here from Charlotte. You know what I got going on? No, because it's on us. It's on us. Somebody got to do it. So, thank y'all for having me, man. Y'all want my contact information? Coach got it. I'm definitely gonna see y'all again, like I promised. And thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Terrell, before you finish up,
So, what year did the program begin play? Good job, Ashton. Who's the vice president? Good job. What is the scoring record for points in the game?
29?
39. You've been trying, but you're not that good. You don't hit your free throws. You ain't gonna score 39 points. You hit your free throws. You could have had it, but you was what? Oh my gosh, were you like 6 for 14 that one game? That was awful. Awful. You could have had a 30-pointer. But yeah, Mike Ajaxxx still holds the record for 39 in the game. We were at Phenom.
Whoo! Wow. Can y'all believe it? We have reached the end of our journey, y'all. Here on episode number 10, my friend. Yes, indeedy. I wrote graffiti on the bus. Y'all don't know about that, though. Far side. Passing me by. Every time I hear yes, indeed, I always think, yes, indeedy, I wrote graffiti on the bus. First I write her name, then carve a plus with my name last. From the looking glass, I seen her yesterday, but still I had to let her pass. Do-do-do-do. She keeps on passing me by. Classic from the 90s. I know my old heads know it. My young heads, go look it up. Dope track. Far side, passing me by. Shout out to them. Shout out to you for tuning in once again. Each and every time we drop this content. You know how you can know? Every time I drop, hit that little bell icon down here. All right, it's called notifications. Every time I drop, boom, it's going to let you know. It's going to notify you. You can also subscribe to the channel, too. That'll also notify you as well. Hit that thumbs up so it'll be on your algorithm. So when you log on to YouTube, pow, it comes up. You can also catch me on Spotify. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spotify. Spotify for podcasts is what I was trying to say. Coach's Corner's on Spotify. We on Podbean. We on BuzzSprout. We on YouTube. We on Konnected TV app. Make sure you check us out on all of those different platforms. All right? I'm trying to make it more and more accessible for you. If you see me drop a reel on IG, go ahead and share it, man. It don't cost you anything to share my reels. Go ahead. You share memes and reels from people you don't even know. Why don't you go ahead and do me that favor and bless me like that, all right? Preach. All right? Also, if you see it on Twitter, /X/Bluebird, go ahead and hit that repost real quick. Bow, bow. All right? Double tap. Repost it for you. You ain't even got to think twice about it. If you see it on Facebook, hit me on Facebook, TGTEEGEE. Just my initials, but I spell it phonetically. Using big words for y'all. Phonetically. It's like the way it sounds. TEEGGEE. Yeah, I know. That's just me, though. I told you I think different. I am different. I'm built different. You don't see the hat? Shout out to Built Different. Shout out to Built Different. Dope trucker hat. Follow them. Go cop you some clothing. They got more than truckers, but I was just looking for a new hat. You know what I'm saying? As I'm slowly losing my hair, I need more and more hats to match my different fits. That's just real talk. Shout out to me, as I said in segment 1, for winning that Coach of the Year award. Like I said, my name goes down in the history books. So forever etched in something for doing something good, nothing else. And when I kind of thought about that, it really hit me. It was like overwhelming. Like, wow, that's what's up, bro. Shout out to you, T. Coach T. Shout out to Terrell McCray and Building Strong Mindsets for coming through for the cookout, all the way down, like I said, from Charlotte, just to talk to my boys and hang out with them, for blessing us with these dope socks. Here's a pair that I kept in plastic. I rocked the blue pair. Holding these gray ones for a special occasion. Boom, put it the right way so y'all can see that. BSM, Build a Strong Mindset. Shout out to you for sponsoring my AAU program, the Metro Commandos, and always being there for us whenever we need you. Pulling up, no matter what event, you know what I'm saying, to talk to the boys and show some love and mentor and be there. So just another person in our village, man. Salute to you, bro. Salute to the Konnected TV for, again, giving us this platform to talk. Make sure you install that Konnected TV app on your Fire Stick and Roku. It's real easy to do. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to have my Fire Stick right here. I usually do, but it's on the other side of the room. Coach, you slipping, man. Told you, listen, being a head coach on any level is a lot. It's a lot. I have a lot to do. Even as a middle school head coach, it's a lot to do behind the scenes. You know, from district stuff to school stuff to dealing with parents and players, the other teachers in the school. Like, it's a lot. My mind is going slowly, man. And coach is getting old. You see, I'm getting grays in my beard now. I don't have any grays in my hair, but that's because my hair is leaving. I still have enough, and there's no gray in it. All the gray is here, which I guess I can live with. You know, it is what it is. I'm glad to age. Because like I say, once you stop aging, what does that mean? Let's think about that. I want my numbers to keep running up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hit them triple digits of age. You feel me? I hope you are too. That's why I be in that gym, man. I went this morning. Try to eat better. Taking some vitamins, some omega-3s, fish oils, things like that to improve my cognitive functions, cellular and joint health. Because, man, as you get older, boy. And I had surgery on both my shoulders. I tore my rotator cuff on my right arm in 2017. Tore it right off the bone, y'all. Like the MRI images was crazy. Like, it was nothing connecting this. Like, it literally was just hanging down, just hanging on nothing. Crazy. And then 2 years later, 2019, I tore this one and I tore the bicep. So I got the bicep scar right there, and then I got the holes for the rotator cuff. They did it at the same time. I guess just overcompensating from when I came back. You know, started working out again. This one was stronger than this one because it was weak, and ended up tearing this one crazy. Man, so my joints sometimes, my shoulders, boom, they crack, and I'm just kind of getting back right because what happened after 2019 hit? 2020 hit. What was 2020? COVID. So right by the time I was able to rehab, COVID hit. So I went to one rehab session, then the world got shut down in March. So I didn't really get a chance to rehab this one properly. Like, my therapist was sending me stuff through email, but, you know, like, I ain't no therapist. I don't get paid to do that. So this one never really kind of got right. And like I said, I tore the shoulder and the bicep. So I had to really, this one's kind of just now getting back right again. Anyway, I'm just telling y'all, take care of yourselves, man. All right? Stay safe out there. Stay out the way. Spend time with your family. Spend time with the people that's important to you. Because these days to us are not promised. I don't want to sound all bleak and grim. I'm just giving you the real because that's my job in the Coach's Corner. I lean neither left nor right, walking straight down that middle to help you solve this riddle called life. This is the Corner, man, your intersection of sports, special interests, and social commentary, all wrapped into one package for your brain to digest. Giving you these rational thoughts in this irrational world. Sit back with me and go on this journey. Once again, shout out to everybody who made this possible, man. Shout out to you for watching, for sharing, for talking about it. Shout out to the Most High for waking us up, putting breath of life in our bodies, man. Shout out to Ajaxxx on this beat. I'm out. I'm just going to let it ride out. I'll see y'all episode 11.